Already. We'll start the meeting with a pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can I get approval of the village board meeting minutes from July 18th, 2024?
Move. Second, sorry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Jody, I will abstain because I wasn't here. Is there anyone in the gallery who'd like to make a comment? If so, you can come to the mic, state your name and your business.
Hey guys, my stay on route, by the way. Jim Dale, 70 Oswego Street. Just come back from Jamaica, did you?
No, just been on vacation.
Look good, look good. Just want to give you guys an update, trustees. Are you deputy mayor tonight? Is that the?
Yes.
This weekend is the Reggae Rock the Island Festival. We're excited about it. We've got 4 bands coming out to Paper Mill Island, and I'm hoping that the class reunion of 1979 comes on out. We've got a house full of guests that are here for the reunion, so we've been promoting it that way.
When is it?
It is this
This weekend, is it the whole weekend?
Yeah, every Saturday something's happening at Baldwinsville on the island, but this particular occasion is 7 to 9, and we will be having WT Brews out there providing beer, and we are excited about the 4 bands that are coming up for the event.
1 to 9.
Oh, excuse me, 1 to 9, what did I say?
7 to
7 to 9, oh, that's a whole different thing. Yeah, that's sorry, 1 to 9.
Who let him speak?
I don't know. Yeah, I just want to let you know that we had a board meeting from the Baldwinsville Center for the Arts. If I didn't put that hat on at the beginning, that's the hat I have on at the moment. And the board has been very, very happy and wanted to express their gratitude to the village. They like the way things are going this summer, and they are excited about what's coming up. Matter of fact, we want to let you know that we added 2 events for the end of the season. We got another comedy night coming up in mid-September, and it looks like, without letting the cat out of the bag here, we may have a bigger event, a bigger musical act coming for September, last minute kind of thing, but we're excited, and we'll let you know at the next board meeting if we can contract with this big time artist.
All right.
Any questions about how things are going?
I don't have any questions. Anybody else?
Nope. Everybody's been good. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Anybody else wishing to make any comments? All right, moving on to trustee comments. I'm going to start with Ruth.
Well, I'll just stick with the agenda. Thank you.
Hey,
I'll stick with the agenda tonight.
Donna?
I have nothing to add, so I will
Michael?
add nothing.
I have 3 agenda items to add. They'll be items F, G, and H. First one is a motion authorizing the police department to purchase 12 patrol rifles, flashlights, and optics at a cost not to exceed $20,629.50. The funding for this purchase will be via the America Rescue Plan Act 2021, better known as ARPA funds. Motion G, motion authorizing the police department to purchase 18 patrol duty handguns and holsters at a cost not to exceed $13,167.20. Again, this funding will be via the America Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Item H, motion authorizing the police department to purchase 8, this is one I'm excited about, by the way. Motion authorizing the police department to purchase 8 traffic speed readers at a cost not to exceed $27,289.92. The funding for this will be via the America Rescue Plan Act of 2021.
All right, anything else?
No, Chief can elaborate more on that when we get to the motions, I'm sure, but they're on the docket, so
All right.
that's it.
Eric?
Yeah, agenda's fine with me.
All right. I just want to add one comment. I know the class of 1974 recently held their 50th reunion, and I just wanted to say thank you to the class for inviting two former teachers, one the kindergarten teacher for some of the classmates, and the other one of the high school teachers who was there when the class was in their high school years. They both enjoyed themselves very much and haven't stopped talking about it yet. So, other than that, I will stick to the agenda and we can move on to department heads. Bob?
Just one thing, I just wanted to let the board know, I have been working, as I've said before, with the zoning board of appeals, which is kind of the de facto zoning committee, that they're taking a look at the village zoning code in various areas where things come up to them where they feel maybe some changes would be appropriate. And I've drafted for them a proposed local law that would change some of the provisions relative to our sign code, which I can present. Because of the current local law that's before the board, I thought I would wait until that's decided upon, and then I'm going to meet with the zoning board at this month's meeting anyway, and just make sure that everything that's supposed to be on there is on there. But I would be presenting it at some point, and if you feel that you would like a representative of the ZBA to come and discuss this with the board when this is presented, then I can talk to them and have somebody come in and present it from them, because they spent quite a bit of time reviewing everything, looking at some of the sign variance applications that have come in over the years, and looking to see maybe some of the changes that could be made. So that's just kind of in the works. But so I just wanted the board to know that they're really spending a lot of time. The other thing that they're working on now is they want to take a look at the issue of the zombie houses and see what perhaps if we need to do anything in our code to have the codes office and the village be able to do more with houses that may be vacant and of concern to the village. But other than that, I'll stick with the agenda.
Bob, real quick, when you say houses, are you talking just residential houses or properties in general?
Residential houses or even commercial buildings, buildings that are vacant and that have code violations, or that may be again maybe inhabited by people that aren't supposed to be there, or animals going in and out, that sort of thing, which we have some. The code does have provisions regarding upkeep of property. If you think maybe that's something that they should look at too.
Yeah, I like the idea of expanding it, just not to include just residential houses, but commercial properties that might be vacant as well, that become an attractive nuisance. And
Yes, yeah. So they're going to try to actually go around and take an inventory of that.
thank you.
So that'll be interesting. Yeah.
Thanks, Bob. Jody?
I will stick to the agenda, thank you.
Mark?
Just the agenda, unless there's any questions.
All right. Renee?
Just to remind everyone about the upcoming Canton Woods Car Show on August 12th. It's going from 5 to 7:30, and we ask that anyone who's interested, please join us.
Corey?
Just a few quick things. Update on the highway. They've been doing a lot of tree work and blacktopping. As for the water department, been working last few weeks on doing upgrades to the mains and valves in the Brown Track area. Got probably 4 more digs we gotta do, but other than that, we'll stick to the agenda.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback off your comments about the class of 74, we had one of the classmates come here to the police department a couple days ago. She lives down in Georgia now, and on January 4th, Deputy Sheriff Eric Minix of the Coweta County Sheriff's Office in Georgia lost his life in the line of duty. He has left behind a wife and a couple daughters, and they have, if you've seen the Jeeps where they go around ducking, they have these little ducks that they take pictures of on social media, and then you post them. They have these little ducks that she brought in, and myself and Officer Quattrini took a picture with her, which she posted on the family's page in honor of him, and to see the reach that he's had. So it made its way to Baldwinsville, and it was very nice. We had a nice chat with this woman. She had grown up outside the village, but then moved on to Tappan Street, and I think 3 days after she turned 18, she joined the military and left town. And so she hadn't been back in some time, and it was nice to chat with her and things. But it was also nice we had our officers, we put some in the squad room and asked them to take pictures and post on the memorial page for these young girls' father as well. So other than that, I will stick to the agenda items and gladly comment on those at the time they're addressed by the board.
Thank you. Next is pending business, item A, motion approving the proposed local law to amend section 242 specifying regulations for food trucks. I think the board is in agreement that we're gonna table this again until the next meeting so that the mayor can be part of the discussion.
I get a motion.
Motion, I'll make a motion.
Second.
He did have a lot of new information in that email that he sent out, which was news to me.
Point of order, are you motioning
To
the
table.
motion or
Table
motion
that.
table?
To table,
Yeah.
yeah.
Motion to table. Thank you.
Wanted to clarify.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
New business, A, can I get a motion accepting the retirement of Joan Fursler as senior recreation leader effective Friday, August 16th, 2024?
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, item B, can I get a motion accepting the resignation of Jim Testani as police officer effective Wednesday, August 14th, 2024?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion?
Could I comment?
Yes.
Thank you. So Jim Testani has been with us for a few years, and he has decided to change careers. He's moving into the private sector. He's not transferring to another department or anything. He's decided that he wanted to prioritize his family time. He's accepted a position with a company here in Central New York where he'll be working regular hours, Monday through Friday, and 8 to 5 type of thing. And I certainly can't begrudge anyone who chooses to prioritize their family life. I met with him Monday and thanked him for his service to the community and to the village, and he will be missed. And the only thing I would ask is if the board would be willing to modify the motion to include the words "with regret," because he will be a loss to the organization. And I'm happy for him that he's going to do something different. I told him I thought it was a very brave and honorable thing on his part, because he's invested 9 years as a law enforcement officer here and in the city of Norwich. Certainly to be commended for, but he'll be missed.
Thank you. Anyone opposed to changing the motion?
I would be in favor of that. But I do have a question. Did he show any interest in working part-time?
He did not. I had that conversation with him, and he did not wish to do that. He felt that it was best if he was going to make the break from the profession, just to make the break, which I certainly understand.
All right, with that change in the motion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item C, can I get a motion to establish 0.62 days as the standard work days per month for trustee Donna Frylow, per record of activities maintained and submitted by her at the request of the New York State and local employees retirement system. This will be the number of days reported to the retirement system each month for her.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
All those in favor? Any discussion? Sorry.
No?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
It's a lot easier.
Item D, can I get a motion to establish a new water service outside of the village at 2012 West Genesee Road?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. Is this a private residence or, do we know?
Yes,
Looks like it.
it's a private residence.
Yep.
They're already in the district.
Kind of a
They're not in
garage
the
that
Yeah.
Joe at Thomas Tattoo owns, and he wants to add
Oh,
water to the
okay.
property.
Okay,
It's close to the DPW garage.
we had talked about it before, so just, okay.
So it's outside of the village.
But along our main.
It's along our main, it's,
It's not in a district though. So what is, you just get a bill from us? How does it work?
It's a new building.
Yeah.
The village is,
It'll be metered.
That'll be metered,
yeah, and the village has established rates for inside the village and outside the village.
Right. We have district rates for some districts and we have just a regular outside user rate that you would go under. Anything else?
No.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Item E, can I get a motion to approve budget modifications as proposed in the document 2024-08-01, budget modifications for 2024-2025 budget? Yes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? You want to tell us what?
It's just the general fund impact of, the retirement buyout for the recently retired, department head. And, it's early enough in the budget year that there's nothing trending like way under budget. So you don't know what's gonna happen. So to me, it's appropriate to take it from fund balance, and then as we get through the year, if it can be changed, we can do that. The rest, and that's a third of the thing, so the rest of it came from water and sewer.
Anybody else? Questions or comments? No. Alright, all those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Opposed? Passed. Item F, can I get a motion authorizing the police department to purchase 12 patrol rifles, flashlights, and optics at a cost not to exceed $20,629.50. Funding for this purchase will be via the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'm assuming that you've got it down to 50 cents, that you've already got a quote, you know exactly what it's gonna be.
Yes, we do. We have quotes for all of these things.
It's 629.49, so we gave themselves a little wiggle room.
We got to put a quarter in there, you got better last
We did not put anything extra in, it's based exactly off the quotes that were received.
Alright, any additional discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Item G, can I get a motion authorizing the police department to purchase 18 patrol duty handguns and holsters at a cost not to exceed $13,167.20. Funding for this purchase will be via the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021.
I'll move it.
Second.
Any discussion?
These were gonna have to be replaced anyway. The ones that we have reached the end of their lifespan. What do you say, we get 10 years out of them?
Yeah, we'll get 10 years out of, we should get 10 years out of both the rifles and the handguns. I can assure you it will be the next chief's problem on replacing these.
Well, we'll see about that.
And With that being said, it's been about 10 years since we've
Yes,
bought them too.
yes.
So
So
that proof of the
this,
pudding are
this
gonna last.
takes care of that. It's obviously a capital purchase, big purchase for us, and would allow us to modernize that and take care of it for the village for a decade.
Just out of curiosity, when you put these orders in, how long till you?
That's a good question. I think we're probably gonna get the actual firearms sooner than we'll get the optics. There's a little bit of a backlog on some of the optics, because the optics we'll be utilizing are the red dot sights, and there's a little bit of a backlog on those. So, I don't have an exact answer. I would expect the firearms to show up before the optics show up though.
Thanks, Mark, did you want to
I
say
just
something?
had a question, I'm thinking financially, what do we do with the old ones? Do we trade them in?
Trade them in, yes,
Okay.
because otherwise it's so problematic for us to try and deal with selling them ourselves. Cause you gotta go through a federal firearms license person, it's just a whole lot cleaner to trade them in. So we will get the new weapons, be trained on them with the red dot sights, and then send the guns that we currently have back to the state contract person.
And that's like built into the quote that you.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, thanks.
absolutely.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number H, can I get a motion authorizing the police department to purchase 8 traffic speed readers at a cost not to exceed $27,289.92. Funding will be also under the American Rescue Plan.
I'll move that one too.
I'll second that.
Discussion.
So the plan here is, and Chief can explain exactly what these things do, is to kind of hit the main thoroughfares coming into the village. When people see these signs, they're gonna see that we're serious about speed. We're definitely gonna make sure that we get one on Tappan Street. Definitely gonna make sure we get 3 in front of Sally's house, sorry. But Chief has got ideas through history where he's gonna put these.
Yeah,
to maximize.
talk with our staff, we'll sort this out, exactly where they're gonna go once they're here. Work with Chuck and Corey and that team up there, they'll install them on a signpost. They'll just have to put that into the ground. You know, one of the, as we look at complaints that we receive, traffic is one of them, and vehicles going too fast. You know, the mayor had made mention to me some time ago, he was traveling up in a Oswego near the middle school up there, and saw one, and it got his attention to slow down. I don't know how fast he was going, but he said it got his attention. I took a ride up there. I've seen these at different trade shows that I've been at, and made sure what we were looking at was the same thing I was envisioning it was. These will work off of solar power, so it's not something we have to keep running batteries out to and things. And I think it'll be a strong message that, number one, slow down as you're coming into the village. We can then utilize these as a force multiplier. We might be looking at some other opportunities for some funding. And then over the course of the next 2-3 years, we know what the cost is. You know, they're $3,400 and change a piece. If the village wants to start to add a couple a year, we can maybe build those into the budget and look at it as a holistic approach to traffic safety and where can we get vehicles slowed down. Nothing's perfect. You know, I know Mike Lockwood always says they got a lot of signs on that parkway and trucks keep running into it. But anything we can do to try and get vehicles to slow down in the village. Traffic's not gonna dissipate anytime soon with the development that's happening in this portion of the county. So anything we can do to slow vehicles down, make it a safer, walkable community. You know, we obviously had the meeting with Senator May, and I think all these things combined that we're looking to do with the crosswalks and different things, just help the overall pedestrian and traffic safety in the village. And I think when we talk about pedestrian and traffic safety, that's all encompassing with public safety. So I think
These are permanent installations.
well, we could move them. You know, you could set them up that we could take them off and move them, but the plan would be so they would kind of be there permanently.
But they're not this mobile.
No,
They're
actually on the
Are
sign
they the
post.
ones that flash when you're going the wrong speed?
Yes.
They are.
Even
They are. Yeah.
been the back roads to Costco, there's one on that back road to Costco, it's similar.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have the trailer now, it's got an old
Yeah.
speed reader on there. We call it speedy, it's unwieldy, it's, you know, the cops hate it because they gotta take it out and put it in every day. It's a pain, and it just is.
There's only one, so.
Right, and there's only one, so this, you know, and we know what streets where we've got problems to start with. Yeah, you know, I mean, we know the areas that as we do our traffic enforcement, where if you sit there, you're probably gonna be catching somebody speeding because inevitably that's what happens, so.
Do they also report to you?
We can go obtain data off of there, absolutely. And then the other thing we can do is, you can set it at, let's say we say, okay, we're gonna stop displaying the speed at 53 or something, so that way someone can't say at 3 o'clock in the morning, well, let's see how high we can get that speed up. No, I mean, it's, you know, you kind of cover all the bases, that's a legit issue, it is. So, you know.
Just rode this bike guy that one on Oswego.
Yeah, so we can get data off of there, you know, hook up a laptop to it and get some data to tell us, okay, this is when we're still seeing some issues, but, you know, I mean, I'm just gonna use Canton Street. I'm certain that we're gonna put up one up on Canton Street as vehicles are traveling north into the village, coming from outside where the speed limit is greater, and it's a long, straight stretch of somewhat country road there, where we've still got residences in the McCary Town and this Cantonwood Senior Center and things, so we wanna get people slowed down coming into the village, and hopefully that's an area where that will let them
They
know.
still catch air there after the Episcopal Church on Oswego Street,
Yeah,
before they hit the bottom there.
Oswego Street's another street, Smoky Hollow Road, I mean, I can just start rattling them off, but we'll work together, and then, again, we don't view this as through our public safety committee, this is not an end to the program, this is really a start. Get us going, and then go forward further with some force multipliers.
Are they upgradable in a way that could be streaming that information to use that data?
Not to my knowledge,
No, okay.
not to my knowledge.
My question is, obviously they come factory calibrated, but what's the maintenance on them to make sure their accuracy lasts?
They're not jostled around or anything, it's just a radar unit. We're not writing tickets off of it, so our experience with the one we have, that we've had for years and years, that's a very accurate readout, and still is performing that way, and they haven't gotten worse, the technology's only gotten better in those. Again, I would expect these to last 5 to 10 years. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
And we leave them up all winter.
It's a good program.
We may have to add some extra sun to
Yeah, I mean,
the power.
we'll see. I mean, but Oswego's,
Brush off the snow
you know,
from
there's
the
one up in
solar
Oswego, they have more snow than us, so it's there.
Chief will be out there with a flashlight on top. Turn it
Need one of those brooms with the extension handle, you can get up there. Anyway, all right, any more discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Any other business before we close out the meeting? All right, can I get a motion to pay bills as audited?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:58?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, everyone.